up, fam? How are you doing? Welcome to my YouTube channel. If it's your first time here, thank you so much for coming. If it's your second time or third time, or you're always a member of this family, just know that I really do appreciate you. First, I want to thank my friends. Yes, I want to thank my friends who've been sharing my videos. And even if you're not my friend, like we don't know each other in person, I know that you've been here and maybe you liked my videos and maybe you shared it with a friend of yours. Thank you so much for doing that. Thank you so much for showing me that love. I really do appreciate. And this channel just exists simply because of you who's watching this. So to my new members who just joined this family recently, thank you so much and welcome to my YouTube family. And on this channel, we get to talk about healthy habits, we get to talk about lifestyle, we get to talk about travel. Not really talk about travel, but I bring you along whenever I travel. And today we're going to talk about healthy habit. Yes, because it's been a minute since I did those videos, and I feel like there's so much that we can learn from each other. That is what I'm here for. Like, I'm here to learn from you, and maybe you can also learn 1, 2, 3 things from my experience. Yes. So today's topic is how to renew your mind, like how to set your mind, you know. And this topic I'm going to talk about is not because like I'm a certified someone, like a therapist, a psychiatrist, all those titles that relates to mindset and how to better your mind, like mental stuff. I'm not certified at all, but I'm going to share with you from my experience. Yes. Before I get deep into this topic, I just want to say that it's been cold in Nairobi, my friends. Like, it's been so cold. I've been freezing in my house. For those who are single and are living alone, how are you surviving? You know, like for me, I've been freezing in my house. And I think the other day I asked one of my friends who's married, I was like, oh my God. I've not been asking, I was just telling them that, oh my God, I wish I was you. Like, I wish I was married right now. Like, there's just someone to, you know, to cuddle me up, you know, all that. And then she laughed and asked me that, do you think that now us who are married, like even when we're doing the dishes in the sink, our hubbies are just behind us, cuddling us and telling us, baby, you know, it's cold, blah, blah, blah. And she told me that it's not like that, by the way. Like, she told me it's not like that. That's what I thought, you know, but it's not like that. So anyway, what has been working for me is having my lemongrass tea. Yes, with this, like every time I'm on this desk, this is what I have, and I make sure that I'm very warm. I'm wearing socks, like 2 pair of socks. What's working for you? Like, you watching me right there, what's working for you? And if you're married, is there a difference? Like, for the single people who are living alone and for the married people, is there a difference? Anyway, that aside, we are back on today's topic, which is how to renew your mind. First of all, to renew means to restore, like to restore refreshness, like just resetting something new, like starting afresh, you know. Like, how do you start afresh when you feel like you're somewhere? Like, how do you get back up and start all fresh? The reason why I'm sharing this is because I feel like there's so much that is happening in the world, and there are so many people who are suffering behind closed doors. There are so many people who are falling into depression without even knowing they're falling into depression. Like, there's just so many people who are suffering, and this is something that I think we all need to address. So it's actually something that I went through, and I didn't know I was going to go through it, and I felt like, you know, like after everything just passed by, I was like, you know what, this is something that is worth sharing on my YouTube channel, because maybe there's someone who's watching this who's going through the same, or maybe they happen to know someone who's going through the same. Yes, so I have my book here, and it has like 6 points which I want to share with you. But before I share that, let me just tell you a little bit about what happened to me. So when the year started, of course, I had all these goals written on my vision board, and I had my dream for the company. I had, you know, the way you start the year when you're so rich, like you're rich with ideas. You have this, you have that, you have this goal, you want to achieve that. And then as time goes by, things just start going, I don't know how, like things are not the way you thought they were going to be. And this time round, I did let it get into me so badly. And as much as I've been posting videos and sharing with you guys about this, about that, but deep down I don't know why I'm getting emotional, but it's okay. So deep down, I was not okay. Like, I was just going through so much, and whenever I get to post my videos with you guys, like whenever I get to post my videos with my friends, it's usually because I can't just sit in front of a camera alone and just talk to you, because I'm either going through so much that I can't come and share with you. So I just try to find someone else to do something, like just divert and just do, you know, different topics that doesn't need my full attention and my full focus, like now this one here. So business was not coming in, and things were just falling apart, and gym workouts just did it for me. Like workouts, you see my videos, if you follow me on Instagram, and I think my Instagram handle is somewhere there, those workouts that I do at the gym just come through for me. Like, just working out did a lot for me. Like, it was the only thing that was positive in my life, and I was just focusing on it fully, and it was the only thing that was good to me. You know, when you're going through so much, you just need to hold on to one thing, and that is something that I was advised when I had someone who was going through depression and I was at the hospital with them, and one of the doctors said that just convince this friend of yours to focus on just one thing in their life that they can just live for. And at that particular time when I was going through all these things, the only thing that made sense to me was that workout, and I held on to it, and I was just working out, and I was just giving it my all, and you know, because it was the only thing that I had at that particular time. So after going through all these things, I reached a point whereby I started googling like for therapy sessions, like, can I go? There's one, even asked a friend of mine who was also going through so much, and she recommended a therapist from Aga Khan Hospital that's in Nairobi and in Parkland. So I was like, okay. I even have the person's number. Then I was like, okay, so can I, like, from my house to Aga Khan is going to be really, really far, so what else can I do? Then I checked online. There's the lady that I watch, what's her name? She's very positive. She's very, very positive and does a lot of mental stuff. So I used to watch her channel, and there's a website that she recommended that is called BetterHelp, and there you can get a therapist. Like, it's international, definitely. You can get a therapist, and they can create something for you where you can either be meeting them via Skype, via Zoom call, via WhatsApp, like, depends on how you want, but you pay them. I think there's a fee per month. And then I also tried considering that. Then I was like, you know what, one of the things that the lady mentioned, the lady that I watch, the channel that I watch, she mentioned that if you're going through stuff, you can start like journaling down. So I started journaling down, and this is my journal right here. It's actually green because I love green. Yes, so I started writing things down, and for some reason it's been working for me. Yes, it worked for me. I still write down my thoughts every single day, like what I feel like, if my day was bad, if my day was good, where I am, like mentally, physically, you know. Yeah, so enough talking, let's get to the points. First thing that you need to do in order to renew your mind is to stop waiting for someone else to come and change your mind on something. Like, you have to do it yourself. You don't have to wait for someone else. You have to just stop the chaos, everything that is happening in your mind, and just throw them away on the bin. Just figure out how you can do it yourself. Like, in this case for me, I had to watch something. I had to find a way on how I'm going to do this. Either go for those therapy sessions, either go for this, pay for someone like a professional to help me, or do it the way I'm doing it, which is journaling down, which is for free. You just need a pen and a paper. Like, you just need your book and just write it down. Trust me guys, it works for me, and I'm sure it can work for you. If you can't afford to go for a therapy session and pay someone maybe $50 for a session or wherever, BetterHelp by the way is quite affordable. That they did not sponsor this video, but they're quite affordable. I don't want to go into details about them, but it can work for you, and I even recommended it to a friend of mine. Like, yeah. The second point is talk to yourself rather than listening to yourself. And what I mean by this is talking to yourself and not listening to yourself. You see, when you're feeling woye, you get, like, when you're feeling woye and you want to feel woye, now you start listening to your woyeness, if you get what I mean. Like, you're telling yourself that, oh my god, like, I'm feeling low. Now you start even setting moods for it. I know, yes, sometimes it's good to cry, but don't entertain it too much. Like, cry to release the pain, but don't entertain it too much. Don't let it get into you that bad. I did, by the way guys, I did, and I'm not going to do that. I know, of course, yes, I'm not perfect. I'm still learning these things, and maybe one day again it will happen, but I'm hoping it doesn't happen. I stopped listening to myself, and then I started talking to myself. You know, when you're talking to yourself, you tell yourself how you want to feel. Like, Christine, okay, fine, things are not going cool, but I'm going to do this. Like, Christine, you're going to be strong. Christine, you're going to do this. Christine, you're going to lift this weight. Christine, you're going to leave this house. You're going to go to that gym. You're going to work out. Christine, this, Christine, that. Christine, you know, you talk to yourself. Because when you talk to yourself, there's just something about it, like your mind, the way you just reset your mind. You want to, that side of your mind is telling you that, oh, you know, I'm tired, oh, I don't have to work out, oh, I'm not blah blah blah, oh, I'm not this, I'm not that. Then the same person, the same mind, just try and shut it. Like, if you do that for a couple of times, trust me, you'll get used to be talking to yourself and not listening to yourself. Just be in charge of your mind. Don't let your mind control you. Third point is think in community. And when I'm saying thinking in community is trying to find someone that you can share with what you're going through. Find someone that you can trust. I know trusting people is hard these days, and even the reason why I was almost falling into this is because I got to a point where I was not trusting anyone, and I became my own best friend at that particular time when I was going through all these things. And it's hard. Sometimes you need to hear from someone else's perspective, like how are they looking at things. So just try and find someone that you trust. You don't have to know this person like physically. Yes, I do have friends. There's one in Liberia. There, I don't know, so many in Uganda. We've never met. Even there's some in Kenya. We do talk and we share a lot, but we've never met in person. Like, we've never. And that is the beauty of being a YouTuber. Like, you get to interact with different YouTubers from different continents and different, all over the world, but you don't know each other in person. So find someone, talk to them, tell them how you feel, the advice they'll give you. Think in community and not just alone. Like, share. And one thing I will also say on that particular point of thinking in community, be very careful who you're sharing with your information. Like, be very careful. I'm sure you know, if you've had experience with different people, different friends I'm sure you know, just be very careful who you're sharing with, because sometimes the person that you share with, they might even use it against you. So just to be careful. The fourth point is do it in writing, which I mentioned earlier. How to reset your mindset, do it in writing. And as I said, my journal here, it works for me. Like, I keep writing stuff, like every day. When you come here, you'll find every single day, like it doesn't have to be such a long thing. Writing works. There's just something about writing, it works. Just write, even if it's a paragraph, a sentence, just how you feel about that particular day. There are days that I write this and I just I feel like crying. The days you feel like crying, but even the tears are not there. Like, I put it down on this book. So it is very important to journal down. I don't know how else I can talk about this or stress about this, but just try. And something nice, I shared this with a friend of mine, like, about journaling, and I'm so happy that she introduced it to the son, and the son is also writing. Like, the son has been starting, like, the son started writing on how he's feeling about his day, how he's blah 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 blah. And it's a good thing. Like, it's a good thing to do. Writing helps a lot. The fifth point, yes, forgive me, this video is a bit long, but you're almost getting to the end. But the fifth point is what you feed your mind with becomes your mindset. If you take in a lot of negative stuff, you're going to think negatively. If you take in a lot of, depends again on what you're watching, what you're reading, who you're hanging out with, what they're saying, like what you take in, it becomes your mindset, like what you take in. If you hang around Christine, who's always thinking about positive stuff, how to better maybe herself, you'll start thinking about that, like, because that is what you're feeding your mind. What Christine is saying, you're taking it in. So just watch out what you feed your mind, because that becomes your mindset. Just watch out on that completely if you want to reset your mind and renew your mind. Yes. So the last point is you need to celebrate every single thing in your life. You get, like, celebrate these small things, like the small wins. All these things happening in my life, there are positive things that are happening as well. Like, there are things that are happening, like I started doing this, I started doing that. There's this thing there's this big dream that I had, and it somehow just happened. There's so many things. There's so many things on my vision board, and there's some that are happening. Even that fitness thing, like, I've been able to do progress, my friend, like doing the headstand, doing I don't know what, trying to eat healthy, working on my hair, it's growing. Like, I've been doing my own hair for the longest time. Like, those small things, just celebrate them and appreciate them, and that way you'll be able to be thinking positively and reset your mindset. Like, make it a priority to celebrate every little thing in your life. At a good place with all my family members, I'm at a good place with all my friends, like, people who are important to me, we are all good. Celebrate that, because there's some people out there who don't even have someone they call friend. There's some people out there who don't even have, like, family members to run to. There's some people out there who don't even have a home, like a place they can sleep in. They don't have clothes, they don't have all these things. Just celebrate the fact that God has blessed you with what you have, and that way I think you'll be able to live a very happy life. I think so. Like, you want to be able to stress over these other things. So, good people, we've come to the end of this video. I hope there's something that you've learned from it, and if you're watching this, you're new on this channel, you've not even subscribed yet, please join my family. Just join this amazing family. I have a lot in store for you guys, and Let me know what you think about depression, or do you think that it's just thing that people just say, or do we need to address it, or is it advisable for people to make therapy sessions like a habit, like not a habit really, but yeah, a habit, yes, or maybe something that is compulsory, like just going to talk to someone, like going to just, you know, share your whatever is disturbing you, talk to someone about it. Can it, you know, I don't know, you guys understand what I'm saying, right? I'm sure you do. So thank you so much for watching. Again, if you haven't subscribed, kindly press on that button. Which side, this side or this side, whichever place it is, just press on that button, join this amazing family. If you like this particular video, thumbs up, leave a comment, and until next time, good people, kisses to you, my friends.